Hi, I'm Robin Tudor, founder of Empower Total Health, and for this week's weekly update, I'm going to talk about the myth of alkalizing your body. There are many myths about nutrition and health that kind of swirl around the internet and regularly pop up in popular books and the mass media. One of the most pervasive myths is the notion that we should be striving to alkalize our bodies in order to achieve optimal health and prevent cancer. Excess acidity, we're told, is the root cause of every disease you care to name, from zits to cancer, and we must micromanage our intake of alkaline-forming and acid-forming foods, and even take alkalizing substances such as sodium bicarbonate to make our bodies more alkaline. This topic was actually raised by an Empower Ed member in one of our monthly Ask Robin sessions, and after it came up in a couple of consultations with my naturopathic clients this week, I thought it might be helpful for all of my subscribers to learn the truth about our acid-alkaline balance. Just a little side note for those who might have forgotten their high school chemistry, or maybe you slept through it. Acidity and alkalinity are measured using the pH scale, which runs from 0 to 14. 0 is highly acidic, 7 is neutral, and 14 is highly alkaline, also called basic. The pH scale is logarithmic, which means, for example, a pH of 3 is 10 times more acidic than a pH of 4, and a pH of 8 is 10 times more alkaline or basic than a pH of 7. Like most of these health and nutrition myths, this one is promulgated by people who clearly have no understanding of human physiology. The question I always ask clients who've been taken in by this myth is, which body compartment do you think you should alkalize? Surely not your stomach, which operates correctly at a very acidic pH of around 2, rising to 4 or 5 after a meal. If the stomach becomes less acidic, we absorb less iron from our food. Not your intestines either. The acidity of the small and large intestines, except for the very last part of the small intestine, which has a mildly alkaline pH of 7.4, that acidity is very carefully maintained by various digestive secretions and also by beneficial gut microbes, which produce lactic acid, short-chain fatty acids, and other acidifying chemicals from the foods that we eat. And they do that in order to maintain an acidic environment, which prevents the overgrowth of pathogenic or disease-causing organisms. Ditto the vagina, which is maintained at an acidic pH of around 4.5, again by lactic acid-secreting bacteria. Here's just one example of the importance of maintaining an acidic pH in these compartments of the body. Candida albicans, the fungus that causes thrush, switches to a more virulent or disease-causing form at a neutral to alkaline pH. Yes, you heard that right. A more alkaline environment makes thrush worse. Still think alkalizing your body is a good idea? Most of the people who come to me with a cancer diagnosis have read or heard in some place or other that cancer can't thrive in an alkaline environment. Really? Then explain leukemia and lymphoma. These are cancers of the blood and lymph being filtered from blood. Blood has a slightly alkaline pH of 7.4. And maintaining this pH is so important to our survival that if the pH drops below 7.35 or rises above 7.45, numerous buffering mechanisms, including blood proteins, phosphate, bicarbonate, and the lungs and kidneys, kick into gear in order to nudge that blood pH straight back to 7.4. Anything that overwhelmed those buffering mechanisms and made the blood either too acidic, below 7, or too alkaline, say above 7.7, would quickly result in death, because the chemical reactions that keep you alive can only occur in a narrow pH range. Now, the take-home message is that each compartment of the body has a pH range that is necessary for its proper function, and that range is carefully maintained by a range of powerful mechanisms. You simply can't alkalize your body, nor should you strive to. However, there is one little raindrop of truth in the murky waters of this popular discourse on acid-alkaline balance, and that is that you can make it easier for your body to maintain its optimal pH ranges through making healthy food and lifestyle choices. For example, by eating a whole food plant-based diet that's rich in fiber and resistant starch from vegetables, fruits, legumes, and whole grains, you'll be providing your gut microbiota with the carbohydrates that those little bugs need to produce the short-chain fatty acids that help maintain optimal pH in the colon. To help maintain optimal pH in the vagina and therefore stave off thrush, you can avoid using oral contraceptive pills and certain types of IUDs, which tend to make the vagina less acidic. While you're at it, you might like to check out my previous post and video on how hormonal contraception raises the risk of depression. And to help maintain optimal bloodstream pH, you can choose a diet that is rich in base-forming or alkaline-forming foods such as vegetables, especially green leafy vegetables and fruits. And you can limit or eliminate highly acid-forming foods such as cheese, meat, chicken, fish, and eggs. But don't forget, you are not alkalizing your blood by doing this. You're simply taking the load off all those buffering mechanisms, which would have had to work harder to maintain optimal pH if your diet was full of acid-forming foods. And this making it easier for your body does have considerable health benefits, including a reduced risk of kidney disease. So go ahead and stack your plate or bowl with health-promoting fruits and veggies. They're beneficial for just about every element of physical and mental health. But for heaven's sake, drop this silly notion of alkalizing your body. Your body knows better than you do what its pH should be, and it's very well equipped to maintain its pH in all those different compartments exactly where it should be. Now, my Empower Ed Health and Nutrition Education program equips you with the knowledge and the skills that you need to cut through all of the hype, the misinformation, and the disinformation about how to live an optimally healthy life. Your first month of membership is 100% free. So register using the link below this video or at the end of the video, and you can start accessing the vast library of resources available to Empower Ed members from today, including the recording of that Ask Robin call where I discussed the acid-alkaline myth. So thanks very much for listening. Please do like and share this video, send it on to other people who need a little myth-busting help, and I will see you for next week's weekly update.